Hi guys, this is Will O'Toole again, teaching you about drawing and cartooning using letters of the alphabet. This is for the middle school students. I know that in 6th, 7th, and 8th, you're going to be doing controversial issues or current events in your social studies classes. And sometimes you'll come across something called editorial cartooning. Now what an editorial is, a cartoonist highlights a certain issue or news story of the day and makes a commentary or a critique or an opinion about that particular issue. And of course, many times we use famous people in our cartoons, whether it's the ball player on our team, a favorite rock star, or even the President of the United States. And I figured today I'm going to show you a step-by-step, easy way of drawing Donald Trump, our present President of the United States. Say that one real quick. I even stumbled over it. And I figured I'd show you using different letters of the alphabet. So let's begin. All right, let me get rid of this sheet of paper because I just introduced myself. And I just want to show you my little table. I do have all these pens. I put them in a cup here. Sometimes do I use all the pens? Sometimes I don't. There are some particular pens I like to use, but I usually start off with a pencil, but I'm going to show you using marker. One thing I will tell you, not all cartoonists are perfect with their first shot with a caricature, which is just an elaborate or an exaggerated version of a person or thing or animal. We're not perfect, so we have to go back and break it down into basics. Now, I've done some Donald Trumps onto the side here, and I kind of figured out an easy way for you at home to draw Donald just using certain letters of the alphabet. So let's begin. I will tell you this. I found Donald Trump when I was doing the drawings of him that he's very angular. All right, so think about geometry with the with right angles and acute angles and obtuse angles. There is a letter in the English language that's a right angle, and that's basically the letter L. So I'm going to come down with the letter L and come across with an opposite L. I immediately have his chin. Trump kind of has a clef. I'm going to use the letter V. All right. For a tie, he always wears a tie. All right. And all a tie is, you can either look at it as an upside down triangle or the letter V crossed over, another upside down triangle or letter V, and the right side. You have your tie. All right. Sometimes you even have the back of the tie come out, and you can easily do that with the letter L. All right. You can add a little bit to it, little designs, whatever you want. And the collar for Donald Trump is just the letter V. All right. Now, again, staying with the angular. He doesn't have a circular nose. He has what they call an angular nose, maybe even a Roman nose. And for this, I'm going to, since it's coming at you face front, I'm just going to make it angular and the letter V. All right, the letter V. And of course, Donald has a hairdo and some bushy eyebrows. The hairdo looks, I tell you, it just goes out in waves. But we'll start with his bushy eyebrows first. And to make them bushy, don't color them in, but just give them, it's just the letter L, if you notice, or the number 1. And I can come out here, okay, just the letter L. And sometimes you see his eyes, sometimes you don't. I'm going to make it, because he's very emotional, I'm going to just give him 2 little slits. Again, look at it as just the letter L. All right, now comes the fun part. Donald has some wild hair, never before seen probably in any president in quite a bit. No facial hair, but his hair really is the one exaggeration as a cartoonist you can have fun with. And again, it's either the letter V that you can use or the letter M. Now, he has hair that comes out at the bottom that you can see. We'll just do the letter W on both sides. All right. he has, and we're going to implement this, the letter V for his ears. And don't worry here because they look like an elf right now, but we'll change that because his hair actually goes over his ears. And of course, here's what I want you to remember. When you're coloring this in, things like that will disappear, or you can use a valuable substance called whiteout and eliminate or erase those looks, especially when you use the marker. Now, his hair comes up and then goes straight up with his hair. Now here comes the wild part, the fun part. Draw almost like a letter C coming down here and out. And look, come up almost like with a letter C or even a half moon. And then the letter C. Look. Finish it off with the letter V. And now, to give him that look that it's been combed, just almost outline inside the hair. You don't have to do many. Simplicity. Few lines. Sometimes tells a great story. Do the same over here. Now, I'm going to put his mouth kind of going in through his nose. Okay? A couple of lines to give it inside. You can even do the letter A. Inside we have Donald Trump. And then we can even do this. The letter C to give him one nostril. Maybe add a couple of lines. Couple of lines. Couple of lines, and we have the president, an acronym of the United States, Donald Trump. And we can talk about editorial cartoons on our next session, but now you have a very basic drawing of how you can include a famous person in one of your own editorial cartoons. This is Will O'Toole. I hope you visit again for another lesson on drawing cartoons with the letters of the alphabet.